Okay, welcome. This is a short video, half an hour or so, to introduce you to how to set up a base on Astroneer. So I would say that the first thing you need to do is land in the right place. So when your drop ship comes down and pops open the habitat, what you want is you want to be within easy range of a forest like this, and preferably also within easy range of some mountains. And the reason is because, as you can see, there's some copper in that there mountain, so you know that's pretty handy. It'll make my life so much easier later on if you can get to some copper nearby. The forest is mainly for research and things like that. There's a few resources in there you need as well. If you're very lucky, you might be able to get some crashed drop ships like I've got over here, or you might have a wrecked platform like that over there, and that is fantastically lucky because there's actually a couple of wind turbines on that platform, and that's going to make my early setup for power much easier. So what to start with? First thing you do is you pop open the missions and you get started on mission number 1, which gives you the oxygenator, which provides oxygen to your whole base, and pop open and connect the small printer. Alright, so next we have rewards for that. You get some tethers you grab, and then you pop down one. Just press on the quick button for that and then pick it up again, and you get breathing space, which gives you a small canister. Now once you've got the small canister, you actually need to get started on doing some collecting. So the first thing I need to do is actually fill my canister with soil, but at the same time I might as well begin on the other mission, which is to collect 4 resin and 4 compound. So while I'm doing this resource collecting, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to collect up some resources while I'm mining into the earth. So very shortly what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to start mining down all the way to the cave layer, which is a bit further down, and that takes a little bit of time. So while you're collecting your resources, why don't you just make a start on your tunnel. Alright, so that'll do. I think I've got 4 there by the look of it. That's plenty of resin. I do need lots of resin, so the more the merrier. I didn't get quite enough oxygen there. Let's just grab a bit more. So I can see that there's some compound over there, so that's where I'm heading next. And while you're running around looking for things, the other thing you can be doing is checking for any other wrecked platforms or drop ships. There's even some crashed ships out there on the surface if you can find them. Usually they're somewhere within these wooded areas. Alright, have we got it? I think we'll need one more. Yep, that's it. So I have filled up my canister with soil, and I've also got 4 of each of the resources. Now while I go past this crashed drop ship, I'm just going to investigate the backpack. Now these backpacks are always somewhere nearby to the drop ship, so if you see a drop ship, have a look around, find these abandoned backpacks and see what goodies you can find. Sometimes you can find a cool work light that you can add to your backpack. Sometimes, like this time, you get a floodlight instead. Floodlight's not quite so useful early on, so I'm going to ignore that, to be honest. Now what I'm going to do next, before I do anything else, is I'm going to start flattening out an area around my base to begin putting down platforms and building my my initial base. So I don't need a lot of space yet. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get everything I need for a bigger base, so that should do it, to be honest. There we go. Alright, so I've got enough space here to put down some platforms. And actually, platforms is what I get when I do this mission. So I filled the canister. Done. Don't get much for that, but this is a good one. 4 compound and 4 resin has given me a medium storage, which is handy for putting my stuff in to collect my stuff. It's not very flat right there. I'm just going to flatten that up a bit. Alright, and then these little platforms. Now these little platforms are not much good, but they are handy for connecting up your habitat to your other platforms. So I'm going to start building out away from my habitat, and I'm going to start laying down the other platforms there. Just ignore the dog in the background if you can hear that. Alright, there we go. That'll do. Okay, so what do we want next? The next mission is actually printing up. I've got to print a medium printer and attach it to one of those platforms, and that's going to give me a large platform B, which is super duper useful. So if I've got to compound, which I should have, I should be able to print a medium printer. Okay, so while that's going, I am going to run away over here, just collect a bit more resin, because resin is at the moment probably the most useful resource. Ooh, I've got a full backpack at the moment. What I want to do is really just dump all my stuff. So there's some compound. Oops. Compound. Resin. Okay, let's get started. So let's open that. Put the printer down. And then get started on the main base. Large platform B. And the schematic for building these. So basically, most of my base is going to be made up of large platform Bs. They are the most useful of the platforms, in my opinion. So, just lock that in place so we don't accidentally move it. I'll grab that, put it over here, move all my printers to my printing station. So this platform is going to be my printing platform. And all the other useless stuff we'll put over here. Now while we're waiting, I'm going to use my printer to print another large platform B. I've got lots of resin, so there's no problem with that. Okay, so the next thing I probably want to do is get started on research. Now to do research, I took, for example, this thing here is a research pod, a research sample. Now I can scan it using the F button, or I can wait until I've got a research chamber, and I can use the research chamber to get a lot more bytes out of that research pod than I get for just using F. So I definitely don't recommend you press F on that thing. Keep it until you've got a research chamber. However, I'm a bit low on compound. I might just go and grab a couple more of those while we're waiting for the printing. It is a shame that not much in the way of ruined platforms and things around here. It looks a bit deserted, to be honest. Never mind. Very soon we're going to have our own little surface transport, and that's going to make my life so much easier. I can go exploring and I don't need to worry about oxygen. The other thing you will need to worry about very soon is power. Now you can see that this is taking forever to print, and the power here is flashing, which means that I've got a very small amount of power, not enough power going into my machines. They need more power. So what I want to do very shortly is to start expanding my power capability, and one way you can do that is you can print a small generator, and when it prints this organic, I might just take it off. When it prints, the organic is going to be sucked up and used as fuel, and it will use up that fuel, and meanwhile it will give us more power. And you can see that the power has increased a lot, right? So there's no machines on, so the power looks full. If I turn that on and say print a research chamber for me, which is the next thing I want, you can see that the power starts flashing again. However, if I turn that on, ooh, lots of power. So this is a great way to get a little bit more power in your base, get things printing a bit more quickly. Powerful Problems is the mission I've completed by adding that little thing, and what that gives me is a battery. Batteries are awesome because they store extra power, so this is actually producing more power than I need. So all that extra power is going into my small battery, so instead of being wasted, it's actually being stored for future events. Ooh, speaking of storing extra power, I had forgotten about these guys. Let's go and get our extra power from these wind turbines. So I'll collect that, and you can actually carry that like so. If you press F, have it in your hands, you can walk a bit faster if it's in your hands rather than just being carried. Cool! So as you can see, the wind is actually generating some power right at this moment. If I turn that off and just put it to the side, that will produce even more power. Alright, let's pop open this and get our research going. Alright, so research on there, connect it to power, and there you go, have my research thing. And as you can see, 750, that's not that good actually. Usually you get over 1,000 research from one of those little pods, but 750 is better than nothing. Let's lock that platform. So the other way that you can get research is by finding these little research samples. And if you notice here, updated, it's updating another mission that I've just got, which is to find 10 of those little things. So I've got to keep running around looking for these little guys to research. There's more compound. Yay! Come on. These shells are useful later on, but you know, it gives me plenty of extra. So that's what, 19. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. No. There's another one. Yay! And that's 10. So I've completed that mission. I might as well get that one while I'm here. Ooh! And there's another large one. So the large ones, like this thing here, and sometimes there are pods in the trees as well. You can look for the pods that are hidden amongst the trees. These bigger pods give you much more, many more bytes than the small ones do. And you can just put them to the side of the research chamber, and when that one finishes, that will automatically be sucked into the chamber and it will begin research. Okay, cool. So I might add that one down here as well, just to keep the power going, and I might as well put that one there. Oh, oopsie. Alright, so next, what's next? Oh, okay, let's check. So on the rewards, I can now pick up battery backup, which is for filling my battery. Don't get much for that, but it's better than nothing. For science is when I created the research chamber and added that, and here we go. Sampling was the 10 research things. Now you need to do all of those missions as early as possible, because that's going to unlock a mission which is extremely useful and extremely important, and I'll show you that. The mission is this one, Master of Unboxing. So to unlock this Master of Unboxing one, you need to do the 10 research samples, and then this will become available. And to do this one, you've got to unlock an Exo Research Aid unit, which is a white pyramid-y thing that's sitting out on the surface, or very often there's lots of them in the cave systems as well. So really at this point I'm starting to need to get my caving properly underway, so I might start doing that. Let's tether up to keep the oxygen flowing into my cave system. Oops, come on, here we go. Alright, so let's keep mining in here. While I'm doing that, I'll just pick up some more resin, always useful. And blue. Alright, so when you see, aha, here we are. So when you see the colour change to brown, it means you're getting a little bit closer to the cave system. And if you're lucky, the cave system will be directly below where you've started. Oh, yep, there you go. So I'm lucky and I can go directly down into the caves. Let's just make sure that's connected. And one more. And one more. Oh, okay. So what do we got in the cave? So in the caves, I can see these guys. These are called pop corals. Pop coral is not very dangerous. If I walk right up to that and say hello, I can do so without danger. It's not going to do me any harm. Right. So if I stand right next to it, it's not hurting me at all. However, if I pop it, you can see that explosion. That explosion is going to cause me a lot of damage. So do not stand near to pop coral when you pop it, because otherwise you are going to pop. Okay, oxygen, oxygen, and I think we're pretty much there. We're at the surface. Now the pop coral seeds that come from popping the pop coral, here's some pop coral seeds, right? Grab those, because you're going to make a pop coral garden next to your base upstairs. Ooh, okay, that's very lucky. So I've immediately found... Ooh, there's some research too. Research sample 58. That's pretty good. So this stuff here is sphalerite. Sphalerite makes me zinc when I put it into a furnace, which I haven't built yet. So the next machine that I want to build is a furnace which can start processing all this lovely sphalerite. Alright, so let's go back up to the top and I'll show you that mission and we'll get started on the smelter. I think I've got enough of everything to build a smelter as well. Really what I need though, before I do the smelter, is another large platform B. So get started on that. There's some more resin that I got earlier. Alright, let's dump all this stuff. Actually, I don't want to put that on the same thing. I might actually print another small... Where's my... There it is. I might get another medium storage and print that. There you go. So that's starting as well. And I'll put my minerals, which is at the moment, got 3 sphalerite. I'll put those on a different storage so that I can put it on a different platform. Okay, now... the pop coral. Grab your pop coral seeds, put them down, and then press E. And that will plant them. And then space them out reasonably well. Don't put them too close to each other. Doesn't have to be too far apart, but something like that. And now I have a pop coral garden going. Alright. So why do I want a pop coral garden? Well, you remember the big seeds that we found, like this one that's being researched at the moment. This big thing here is worth, what was it? Well, 421. So that must have been about 500 bytes when it got started. So when I pop these pop corals, underneath them, if I'm lucky, will be another research seed, another research sample, a big one. And if I am clever, what I can do is I can just keep feeding my research station here with pop coral seeds and pop coral research items. Basically, I will just continually be churning out research, which is super useful. Now you can see everything's slowing down so much because I'm using all these different machines and we don't have enough power. So seriously, I need to start upgrading my power systems. Okay. So the best thing for upgrading your power systems, as well as these little power generators, is to get some more of these guys. Some more small wind turbines and some more small solar. So in order to do that, what I need to do is I need to unlock them in the research. So the first thing I would do is get those 2 power generation devices. So small solar is not much, it's only 300. And small wind turbine 300. You can see I have loads of research left, so it's not costing me too much. But the next thing I need is also a platform. I need a tall platform. I recommend you research a tall platform nice and early. And the other thing you need an early and very important mission that you should be doing is this one. Get a boost mod and get a drill mod. Now the drill mod requires a ceramic, which is tricky to get, and the boost mod requires zinc, which is not so hard to get. So I'm going to research that, and I'm going to have to wait a little bit until I've got 1,000 bytes to research that one. But I haven't got what I need yet anyway. I need to get the smelter going first. Alright, smelter. Where are you, smelter? Oh, have I researched the smelter? I did research the smelter, didn't I? Number 3. Oh, I didn't research the smelter yet. So, fortunately, the smelter is only 250, so that's not a problem. Alright, now we've built the smelter. So, research chamber, smelting furnace. I need 2 more resin. Oh, wow, I used up all my resin. Okay then. So there's more resin over here. That's the easy thing to do. Just go like this. Use my leveling tool just to get the surface. Get all the surface stuff. Not going to bother digging for it. Okay. That's enough. So I'll put that there. Give me another small storage. And that'll give me the smelter. Okay, go smelter. Storage as well? Yeah, why not? I'm not. So that will slow down everything quite a lot, but never mind. Okay. Ooh, that's not useful. I don't know why. I must have accidentally dropped some. Okay, go. Alright. Smelter. So these things need the smelter, so I'm going to put them on my smelting station. And then I'm going to go back, while I'm waiting, into the cave. Come on, cave. Woo! Alright. Okay. So, have we got another? Yeah. Okay, got a couple more of these, haven't I? Okay. What do we got? So we got... Oh, perfect. Thank you. So, you know we were talking about getting our first surface vehicle. So this is going to be the first surface vehicle. I've got sphalerite here. Look at the symbol for sphalerite there. If you look here, this exodynamics research aid has a different symbol. If I put this resource here, nothing happens, because that's the wrong resource. What I want is the resource that has that symbol, and I happen to know that the symbol I'm looking for is for laterite, which is the ore. Oh, nice. So there's nothing useful on there. I might ignore it and don't walk into that because that'll kill you. I need laterite, which is good for aluminium. Let's see what we can find over here. Do I want to? I might go and kill that thing. Go away. Alright, so it's not gonna hurt me anymore. I'll grab the seeds. You actually need those seeds. It's quite useful to find hiss mines near to my base. Oh, is that the right blue? Nope, that's compound. So that's not aluminium, sadly, and there's more resin there. Oh, that is the right blue. Hang on, where am I? I'm lost. Oh, I see. So I've got to mine through this wall. Okay, do that. So if I just go through this wall. Here we go. Somewhere over there is where I found the laterite. Where are you, Mr. Laterite? Oh, there it is. So I might as well keep going with the oxygen. There we go. And one more. There we go. Alright, let's get ourselves some laterite. Cool. Okay. Now that I've got aluminium. I actually want 2 aluminium before I run away, so I'll get some more before I run away. Okay, so can you see that the symbol for laterite is the same as the symbol on the exodynamics platform? I mean, sorry, the pyramid. So this is how I'm going to open this, by putting one of these in there. However, don't do this until you have completed the right missions. Master of Unboxing, yes, okay, so this is, I have completed all the missions before Master of Unboxing. It's available. If I unlock this now, I will get my buggy, my first surface vehicle. Boom! Okay, so it took all of the aluminium, sadly, it took the laterite, but I only needed 1, and that's good enough. And for the price of that 1 aluminium, I have got myself a buggy. So if I run up here, and first of all, I'm going to get my smelter working. Actually, I don't want all of those. Do I? No. I might just do 1, because I really want the aluminium to go first. In fact, I might set the aluminium going first, and then that goes second. Okay. So once that aluminium has been processed, I will get another mission completed, and it's a very important mission, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, now we are on 26 minutes now, so I am going to finish this first video very shortly. What we've accomplished is we have managed to get our research going. We haven't managed to get our power increased yet, but we are close to doing the first vehicle mission. So what I'm doing is I'm exploring my pup coral garden. If you just mine underneath the pop coral once, if you're lucky, you'll be able to retract one of these research and put it next to the research machine. And let's just check how much research is that going to give me. 223, and I think that one's better. I think that one gives you more like 400. So different colors of fruit will give you different amounts of research, but you can see each pop coral gives me 2 pop coral seeds, so I can exponentially expand my pop coral garden. As soon as I have 1 pop coral, I can create 2 pop coral. So you keep increasing the size of your pop coral garden every time you do this. Always replant everything as soon as you can, so that you just keep adding more and more research to your base. Okay, so when that is complete, I'll be able to add more to there, keep that going. These guys, the hispine, you can see, although the original parent plant was dangerous, the hispine seed, if you plant it, becomes a harmless flora. This is a mutant hispine, and the mutant hispine is friendly and not at all dangerous. I can stand right next to it. It don't do nothing. These are super useful later on, so if you're lucky enough to find any of these, do plant them on your base. You will need them in your base as soon as possible. Alright, let's see what we've done. We have completed Master of Unboxing downstairs. We have completed Smelting Me Hot. So Master of Unboxing gives me the small rover, and this is going to help me get around the planet a lot. It's going to make it so much easier and very important. I also get a little medium storage. I think we're going to take a break now. Yes, half an hour. So I'll stop now. So thank you very much, and watch the second video if you want to know what I do next. But as you can see, we're pretty much underway with our base, and only taken half an hour to do. Alright, bye!